President of the United States. Who cares? I mean, though as long as we are indicting retired presidents, where are the charges against George W. Bush for invading Iraq under false pretenses and giving permanent normalized trade relations to China, which completely wrecked our economy? Where are those charges? Don't hold your breath. In Washington, wrecking your own country is not considered a crime. And of course, George W. Bush knows that well, which is why he doesn't seem worried at all. Criticizing the ruling class, that's what they indict you for. But either way, Donald Trump's former job as president of the United States is not really the point here. Yes, of course you can indict former presidents if they've done something wrong. That's not what this is about. The headline here is that there is, as noted, a presidential race in progress right now. And if you check the polls, you will find that Trump is leading the Republican field. That's the unprecedented thing. Taking out your opponent using the justice system. If the Democratic Party is allowed to do this, allowed to crush the presidential frontrunner, the main threat to their power, with a bogus criminal case, where does that leave us? We're done. Because that precedent will live forever. And voters will never again determine the outcome of a presidential election. It's remarkable when you think about it. So after all the yelling from permanent Washington about January 6th and how it was a threat to our democratic norms and the peaceful transfer of power, they've decided to completely short-circuit our democratic norms, not to mention the peaceful transfer of power, using the courts and prosecutors. On Twitter, meanwhile, people seem excited that our vice president has sent a letter to a transvestite TikTok star called Dylan Mulvaney, who is famous for dressing like a 6-year-old girl. Kamala Harris is very proud of him. That's the news we're getting. It is Weimar, but dumber. You stripped the New York Times of their badge, and then you called them diarrhea. You called them. You did. I'm just quoting you. Yeah. You described their Twitter feed as diarrhea.
I said it was the Twitter equivalent of diarrhea.
Okay, it's not literally diarrhea, but
no, it's it's a metaphor.
Time to check in with our lizard overlords in Davos, Switzerland. What are they up to? Well, this. Thank you for watching. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks. We appreciate your watching so much. We'll be back tomorrow. Actually, we'll be back Monday, God willing. Have the best weekend with the ones you love. We'll see you then. He was so upset about the overturning of Roe v. Wade and Putin's war of aggression in Ukraine that she fled America over this last 4th of July weekend and wound up on a private beach in Italy. And we're going to go out tonight by singeing your retinas with a photograph of that event. This is third in line from the presidency on a private beach. Close your eyes as you go to sleep tonight and try to get that image out of your head. If you can. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. The best night with the ones you love. See you then. Oh, Jason Chaffetz is in. For Sean, is that correct? I'm sorry, I'm hearing that.
Tucker,
Jason
what are
Chaffetz,
you doing? You put up that... Would you get every person in the country to turn off their televisions? You throw that up on the screen?
I didn't mean it.
Someday I'm going to have a show before you, and I'm going to do that to you. We'll see how you feel about that.
Totally fair. Good luck tonight, Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Tucker. Appreciate it. All right, I owe you one.
You have this slow creep.
You have this slow creep. And no, she's not talking about Joe Biden here, who is technically one of the slowest creeps in America. She's talking about her own thighs. Now, why is Michelle Obama telling you about her menopausal thighs on a TV show? Possibly because she's a crazed narcissist who thinks her own thighs are interesting to you. And that's, of course, true. But there may be Bezos, the world's richest man, broke up with his wife and has a new girlfriend. How's that relationship going? Well, apparently Bezos is putting his girlfriend on one of his phallus-shaped rockets and sending her into space. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? We'll let you be the judge. We'll have an update on the latest launch of the phallus-shaped rocket tomorrow. We'll be back. Have the best night with the ones you love. See you tomorrow.
What does it need to master the future? I think to have a platform where all stakeholders of global society are engaged.
We must masters of future. Masters of future. Watching special Fox News coverage of President Zelensky's address to the U.S. Congress as the American border collapses completely, our Congress turns its fawning attention to the border of Ukraine and the man our Congress has been funding with your tax dollars to prosecute a war whose consequences may be much more profound than most Americans understand is still going. That speech is expected to wrap up in just a minute. We think it's important to hear it. We'll be back when it's over. Here, for example, is Kari Lake's response in June when a CNN reporter asked her for an interview. Watch this.
Hi.
Carrie.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Come off and CNN.
You don't have a mask on anymore. What's going
we're
on?
outside. Do you have a minute to
well,
chat?
we're 6 feet apart.
Do you have a minute to chat?
I'll do an interview.
Okay.
As long as it airs on CNN Plus. Does that still exist? I didn't think so, because the people don't like what you guys are peddling, which is propaganda. Thank you.
Where's your mask, you neurotic freak? I'll do it on CNN Plus. Oh, that failed because everyone hates you. It's so great because it's so true. All of us know it. But the people in charge, especially in the Republican Party, never admit it out loud. If the New York Times did a hit piece on Mitch McConnell, he'd be rushing around his office worried about it. The New York Times did a hit piece on Kari Lake every day, and she laughs because it doesn't matter what the New York Times thinks. They only have power because we give them power, because we treat them like they're real. But they're fake. They're ghosts. Turn on the lights and they evaporate. They go away. They don't actually exist. Find out. We spoke to someone who had access to these still hidden CIA documents, a person who was deeply familiar with what they contain. We asked this person directly, did the CIA have a hand in the murder of John F. Kennedy, an American president? And here's the reply we received verbatim. Quote, the answer is yes. I believe they were involved. It's a whole different country from what we thought it was. It's all fake. It's hard to imagine a more jarring response than that. Again, this is not a, quote, conspiracy theorist that we spoke to. Not even close. This is someone with direct knowledge of the information that once again is being withheld from the American public. And the answer we received was unequivocal. Yes, the CIA was involved in the assassination of the president. Now, some people will not be surprised to hear that. They suspected it all along. But no matter how you feel about or what you thought about the Kennedy assassination, pause to consider what this means. It means that within the U.S. government, there are forces wholly beyond democratic control. These forces are more powerful than the elected officials that supposedly oversee them. These forces can affect election outcomes. They can even hide their complicity in the murder of an American president. In other words, they can do pretty much anything they want. They constitute a government within a government, mocking by their very existence the idea of democracy. As cynical as we have become after 30 years of watching government officials ignore the voters who employ them, we were shocked to learn this. It's not acceptable. Americans have trusted their government less with every passing year since the killing of John F. Kennedy. Maybe this is why. And people have known this for a long time. The people who knew would include every director of the CIA since November of 1963. And that list would include Obama's CIA director, John Brennan, one of the most sinister and dishonest figures in American life. That list would also include, we are sad to say, our friend Mike Pompeo. We interviewed a heroic pizza delivery man called Tyler Morrell, and ever conscious of the opportunity to use our job to get free food, we thought we'd like to taste your pizza. Tyler Morrell joins us in studio. He will deliver literally anywhere. Tyler, it is so great to meet you in person.
A couple Coco's pies.
So these are from Coco's, established 1978. Everybody loves Coco's Pizza.
That's right.
Where's Coco's based?
Aston, Pennsylvania, and Delaware County.
Delaware County, best part of the state.
I think we have a special
these are cheese pies.
We have a special pie for you here. Here's Tucker's pie.
So I am, as you can likely tell, a pizza aficionado. I was a pizza delivery boy for 2 years.
Is it warm at all?
Yeah, it's totally warm. These warmers are just like one of the great wonders of science. This is sausage.
That's sausage
and pineapple. And really quick, as a pizza professional, do you look down on this order? Is this?
I do. I think that I consider a criminal.
I knew you did. I used to deliver pizzas and calzones. I considered immoral, but I delivered them anyway.
It's actually still hot. It's actually still hot. All the way from Philly.
It's so good. It's unbelievable. And you are a hero. How's your leg, by the way? Your leg was injured by the fleeing armed, the car thief.
It's got a bone bruise on it.
down here.
Oh, damn, I can see it.
Yeah, it's not too bad, though.
Were your family and friends impressed by what you did?
They were. They're actually here with me today.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go once I've stuffed myself on your pineapple and sausage. And you're right, it is a disgusting order, but I have no shame. I'm going to go meet the... Oh, there they are! We just saw what a great way to end a week.
Yeah.
Truly, that was a great segment, and I'm just grateful that you came on, and I'm especially grateful for the pie.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Employee of the week, we're just make it of the year, Tyler Morrell of Coco's Pizza. That's it for us for the week. We'll be back. By the way, the entire episode of Let Them Eat Bugs, not quite as good as pizza, streaming now on Fox Nation. Use the promo code ORIGINALS for 30 days free. And we'll be back on Monday. In the meantime, have the best weekend with the ones that you love, and we'll see you then.